In this hour, we're celebrating with big offers on everything, but especially Andrew's Essential 1 multivitamin and coenzyme Q10. Let's turn our attention to cinnamon. Not the traditional cinnamon as you might be thinking of. This is something extra special. And Andrew, the cinnamon product, we talk about supporting healthy blood sugar. This is something that it really took you a long time, in a good way, to bring this to air, as you've always talked about validation through science and through research. That's what really matters with all of your things.
It's interesting, I guess, because I think it's something like 40 million Americans suffer from type 2 diabetes, and probably close to 100 million are pre-diabetic, that it really encourages companies to make drug claims for nutritional supplements in terms of the same kind of a claim that someone would make for a drug that's associated with lowering blood sugar, for a drug that's designed to treat these illnesses. That's not the case in the way I represent my products, but as we know, there are a lot of things we can do in terms of our lifestyle. There are a lot of things we can do in terms of our diet that will help us manage our blood sugar better. And one of the tools that's been recognized for decades, for centuries, in terms of helping support our body's management of blood sugar has been cinnamon. And it has to be standardized cinnamon, just not plain ordinary cinnamon spice. Our cinnamon is treated differently in that the active compounds are actually isolated and concentrated to deliver its benefits. And certainly, obviously, when it comes to managing blood sugar, dietary choices that we make, choices that we also make in terms of exercise and lifestyle, will have a profound impact on blood sugar metabolism and our blood sugar levels. So there's a whole world of things we can do. And I think if we follow the guidance of our physicians, if we make the small changes in diet and lifestyle, because dramatic changes are difficult to stick to, and we add important tools like cinnamon, and we add important tools like berberine we'll talk about later, then we start adding some small changes can give rise to big results when you combine them.
That's a big statement, and it's so true. Small changes. Here's two very quick reviews and speak exactly really to that. This first review says, a must-have. I cannot believe how good the cinnamon is I cannot believe how good this is. This cinnamon is. When I go to my doctor, he almost has me in tears over my A1C. He never talks about anything natural to take to lower it. Finally, I found this cinnamon product by Andrew Lessman. It has really worked for me to help lower my A1C. And then one more. Again, experience matters, and this is what people have been saying for a long time. Amazing supplement. My doctor said I had borderline unhealthy blood sugar levels some years ago. So having used your products for a decade now, I decided to seek help from your inventory of supplies. Sure enough, and there it was, cinnamon. They worked and no signs of glucose irregularities to date. I take them daily and I feel so confident and relieved with the product. So well done. Thanks, Andrew. Andrew, that's something so remarkable when folks talk about using your products for a decade or more. That is unheard of in this day and age.
And this is a product that I think has only been around, at least in terms of we did all the validation and testing before we introduced it. But I think we probably introduced this product about 15 plus years ago. But again, people talk about A1C. I've been talking about A1C for many decades. And what used to only get attention was fasting blood sugar. What's nice, what now gets attention is A1C, because fasting blood sugar certainly is an indication of the health of our blood sugar management within our body. But our A1C, it's kind of the difference between our fasting blood sugar is like taking a photograph of what our blood sugar is the moment that blood was drawn, that they test. Our A1C is basically like looking at a video of the last couple of months, the last few months, and looking at sort of an average of what our blood sugar has been. So it really gives a sense of how our body is managing our blood sugar. It's A1C is our glycated hemoglobin, so it's basically looking at our red blood cells and looking at the blood sugar content there to calculate an average over a period of time. So I'm sure that's what your doctor is looking at, but it is the most relevant and the most informative way to level is and have our doctor recommend appropriate treatment.
Weekend special pricing, 30 to 360 capsules. That 360 capsules down at the moment to just $79 and change, free shipping always, and FlexPay is available on every one of those sizes. We have a lot of very big specials in this hour. The two biggest are going to be CoQ10 and Essential 1, and we have arrived at Essential 1. For me, this is where my journey with Andrew began, and for so many